Aging, nature's immutable law, subtly yet profoundly alters every system within the human body. The endocrine system, particularly sex hormones, plays a pivotal role, acting as the silent conductors of life's symphony. These seemingly invisible molecules are the intricate threads connecting our physical bodies, minds, and social lives, governing reproductive capacity, desire, muscle strength, bone density, memory, sleep quality, emotional well-being, and even interpersonal relationships, creating a multifaceted and complex tapestry of human existence. The imbalance or decline of sex hormones over time isn't simply a reduction in libido or sexual function. It's the genesis of a complex chain reaction directly impacting the overall quality of life and health, intertwined with both physical and mental aspects. In essence, discussing the impact of aging on sex hormones is tantamount to discussing the vital, even existential, connection to one's well-being, encompassing both physical and mental health. Youth, the period of most robust sex hormone production, is a time of flourishing vitality. In men, abundant testosterone serves as an inexhaustible energy source, bestowing muscle strength, robust vitality, intense sexual capacity, and decisive resolve, forging the image of a powerful and vibrant man. In women, estrogen and progesterone not only regulate the menstrual cycle, but also act as protective guardians, safeguarding the cardiovascular system, preserving youthful skin, maintaining bone strength, and enhancing the characteristic allure and attractiveness of the female form. However, beginning in the 30s, the body embarks on a transformative journey. Hormone production begins to slow and gradually decline. Initially, these changes are subtle and difficult to detect, like gentle ripples on a still lake. But by the 40s and 50s, particularly in women during perimenopause and menopause, the signs of aging become pronounced, like a strong wind scattering fallen leaves. In men, this process unfolds more slowly and subtly, but it's equally significant and persistent, leading to the recognition of andropause in men and menopause in women, two milestones marking the significant decline in sex hormones associated with aging, like two lighthouses signaling the transition of an era. The change in sex hormones unfolds in several stages, like a slow-motion film depicting the aging process. The first stage directly impacts sexual function. As estrogen levels decline, women often experience vaginal dryness, causing painful intercourse, difficulty achieving orgasm, and a gradual loss of interest, a stream gradually drying up, losing its freshness and allure. For many, this is not merely a physiological issue, but also a significant emotional shock, as sexual intimacy is a symbol of bonding, love, self-esteem, and confidence. Men with declining testosterone also face difficulties with erectile dysfunction, decreased libido, the disappearance of morning erections, prolonged recovery times, and sometimes a loss of self-confidence, diminishing their inherent strength. These changes are often dismissed as the natural laws of aging, but for individuals, they can be a source of anxiety, weighing heavily on marital happiness and personal relationships, causing strain and emotional distress. The subsequent stage affects overall health. Estrogen, the protective guardian of the cardiovascular system, dilates blood vessels, maintains healthy cholesterol levels, and prevents atherosclerosis. As estrogen declines after menopause, women lose this natural protective shield, increasing their risk of cardiovascular disease, even surpassing men. Like a ship without a rudder, easily caught in a storm. Furthermore, estrogen plays a crucial role in bone formation. When estrogen levels decline, bone resorption exceeds bone formation, leading to osteoporosis, making bones brittle and weak. Many women in their 60s and 70s experience hip fractures from minor falls, resulting in devastating consequences: loss of mobility, reduced independence, and even increased risk of death. Like an ancient tree ravaged by a storm, succumbing to the forces of nature, men with low testosterone levels also face muscle loss, fat accumulation, increased abdominal fat, decreased bone density, and an increased risk of metabolic syndrome, creating a dangerous, vicious cycle. Hormone deficiency leads to muscle loss, increased fat, insulin resistance, and obesity, diabetes, and high blood pressure further accelerate hormone decline, like a deadly trap ensnaring one in an endless cycle. The third stage impacts mental and brain health. Sex hormones are intimately linked to the regulation of serotonin and dopamine, essential neurotransmitters that modulate mood, like the sophisticated control levers of a complex machine. Estrogen deficiency can make women more irritable, anxious, depressed, or experience insomnia. Night sweats are not only uncomfortable, but also disrupt sleep, creating a vicious cycle of fatigue and poor concentration, a persistent nightmare haunting one throughout the night. In men, low testosterone is associated with feelings of depression, loss of motivation, and reduced decision-making capacity, like a compass without direction, unable to guide one on the right path. Some studies even indicate a link between sex hormone deficiency and the risk of cognitive decline and Alzheimer's disease. A frightening warning about the future. In reality, hormones not only control our bodies, but also shape how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. They are a measure of life, a symphony of the soul. An often overlooked factor is the change in hormone secretion rhythms over time. In young men, testosterone peaks in the early morning, providing energy, alertness, and desire, like the warmth of the morning sun. But in old age, this rhythm is disrupted, with lower and more stable testosterone levels, resulting in less vibrant mornings, like a prolonged winter, lacking warmth and vitality. In women, the menstrual cycle is a clear demonstration of hormonal changes, but during perimenopause, its irregularity causes various symptoms. Some months with normal cycles, others with missed periods, interspersed with hot flashes and insomnia. The feeling of not knowing one's own body causes additional anxiety and insecurity, like a ship lost at sea, unsure of its destination. Beyond the biological impact, hormonal aging also has a significant psychosocial dimension. Many cultures assume that middle age equates to the end of sexual activity, a misconception causing much harm. This subtle stigma causes many to conceal their difficulties, hesitant to share or seek help, like fading flowers, fearing the ravages of time. Men may feel ashamed of erectile dysfunction, while women may silently endure painful intercourse, creating distance between individuals. This leads to strained relationships, misunderstandings, and even marital discord, like deep cracks in the wall of affection. In reality, sexuality encompasses more than just physical ability. It involves intimacy, communication, connection, sharing, and understanding, the glue that binds relationships. A proper understanding of hormonal changes can help couples find ways to maintain closeness, even if their bodies are not what they once were. In the medical field, various interventions are being studied to address declining hormones. Hormone replacement therapy, HRT, in women was once considered a lifesaver, but it sparked controversy when studies revealed an increased risk of blood clots, breast cancer, and endometrial cancer. Today, HRT is still used, but personalized, prescribed for short periods at the lowest effective dose. Men also have testosterone therapy, which can improve libido, muscle strength, and mood, but caution is needed regarding cardiovascular and prostate risks. Additionally, medications for erectile dysfunction, vaginal lubricants, and supplements such as phytoestrogens from soy or supplemental DHEA play a supportive role, like companions on the journey against aging. A new trend focuses on a healthy lifestyle. Studies show that regular exercise, especially strength training, can increase natural testosterone in men and improve estrogen balance in women, like a miraculous natural remedy. A diet rich in protein, vegetables, and healthy fats like omega-3s helps maintain stable hormone levels. Sufficient and sound sleep is particularly important because many hormones are secreted most strongly at night. Stress management is also key, as cortisol, the stress hormone, when elevated for prolonged periods, inhibits the production of testosterone and estrogen, like a silent enemy undermining health. Essentially, aging is inevitable, but how we live can determine the speed and extent of its impact on sex hormones, like a sculptor chiseling away at the statue of life. Beyond the medical and scientific perspectives, there's an essential humanistic aspect. Sex hormones and aging shape how people perceive youthfulness. Many who undergo hormone therapy feel younger, full of energy, with brighter skin and improved spirits, like a flower blooming after a long winter. This shows that sex hormones are not merely chemicals, but symbols of vitality, youthfulness, and passion. However, no one can reverse aging with hormones alone. The key is to use them as a tool to improve quality of life, not to pursue the illusion of immortality, like a guiding light illuminating the path ahead. Modern science also poses profound questions. Can lifespan be extended by maintaining sex hormone levels? Some animal studies suggest that preserving estrogen or testosterone may affect lifespan, but the results remain controversial. On the other hand, research on the link between sex hormones and neurodegenerative diseases, like Alzheimer's, is opening up new avenues. Estrogen is believed to protect nerve cells and counteract oxidative stress, while testosterone is also linked to maintaining cognitive function in men. This is a promising field. In the future, medicine may find ways to optimize hormones not only to improve quality of life, but also to protect intelligence and mental acuity, a promise of a brighter future. When discussing sex hormones and aging, individualization is paramount. Each person ages at a different rate. Some 50-year-olds maintain good hormone levels with stable libido and health. Conversely, some 40-year-olds already experience fatigue and decreased interest. Genetics, environment, diet, activity level, and comorbidities all combine to create a unique picture for each person, like distinct musical scores, blending together to form a life symphony. Therefore, hormone assessment and intervention should be individualized, rather than applying a one-size-fits-all approach. More importantly, the stigma needs to be removed, viewing this as a normal health issue, like blood pressure or blood sugar, requiring regular monitoring and adjustment as an essential part of life. In conclusion, aging affects sex hormones comprehensively, from physiological to psychological, physical to social. It's a decline in libido, changes in sexual function, cardiovascular risk, osteoporosis, insomnia, hot flashes, depression, and silent anxieties in marital relationships. A panoramic view of the aging process. However, aging doesn't mean the end of a vibrant life. With scientific knowledge, healthy lifestyle choices, openness in relationships, and the support of modern medicine, we can navigate this stage with confidence, serenity, and connection, like brave warriors overcoming challenges. Sex hormones may decline, but love, intimacy, and the will to live never disappear. That is the most profound humanistic message when discussing the relationship between aging and sex hormones, an endless song of life and love.